I understand. I just want to congratulate the two of you on not only just wonderful performances, but I was a huge, huge fan of the book. So when this just exceeded my expectations,
I'm so happy to hear
as a fan, I really thank you so, so much. And you know, why do you ladies think that the book struck such a chord with readers? As the movie will, for sure.
I think it will too. Why do you think?
I think Catherine Stockett is a really spectacular writer, and it's historical fiction, and she lived it. She and Tate, who grew up together, they know these people. Because I know when Tate wanted me to do Mrs. Walters, he had, you know, the people at the studio, who will remain nameless, but I know who you are, now, said, she's not old enough. And he said, I knew Mrs. Walters, and she is. I don't know if I should thank him or slap him.
I know. I just think he knew that with the right costume, and it would
well, she wasn't 80, you know. She really wasn't.
Yeah.
But people were older at that time. If you had those girdles on, you would feel 20 years older too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you're playing these women who, you know, grew up in this time period, and it's interesting because what I loved about these women is they have very different daughters. Very different. Allison,
I was a good mother.
You were, but you had your boundaries as a mother, of course.
No,
because
I'm just lying. I don't think she was a great mother. I think she was a mother who.
She was a great mother.
Well, parents make the mistake of wanting to make their children be who they weren't, or they have an idea, instead of letting them, stepping back and watching them become who they are, and appreciate them for what they have in their hearts, and support them there.
Well, when my oldest daughter was 4 years old, I was trying to get her to do something, and she turned to me and she said, Mom, I'm not a little you. I was like,
Did
okay,
she really?
You know, you're right.
That's very funny.
That's interesting. But you have in the movie a daughter like Hilly who is just beyond racist, and then you know what your character does is, you know, do you think that obviously it's ingrained? Like she, you know, it's hard to explain it, but she was obviously learned it from somewhere. But I didn't really see Miss Walters.
Maybe that part of Mrs. Walters was affected the dementia. You know, maybe that that part of her was, you know, gone. That we don't see any trace of it.
That way of thinking about it.
But I don't know. You know, I know someone who had a lovely mother, and she just is a witch. I mean. We've all seen that.
Of course. There's no question. When you ladies work on something like this, I mean, you have such amazing careers and worked on so many things. But do you walk away after, and there's wrap, that's done? Does it? You take away something that you've changed a little bit? Do you find that?
I think I have more of a. I always learn something every movie I do, but watching just. You know, revisiting that time in our history and watching that wonderful documentary, The Eyes on the Prize, just made me just remember. I think it was important to remember what happened here not too long ago in our country, and see what a difference three people can make, and to the courage of three people to tell stories that will change the way the world is. I think that's one of the things why this story has resonance, is that these characters are so well drawn, and that you root for them, you fall in love with these characters, and that's going through this incredible time in our history, and you fall in love with them, and that's thanks to Kitty, her abilities as a writer to create these characters who you fall in love with.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Don't remember how I started.
Do you still walk? Do you walk away from something and go, "Wow, this changes me even just a little bit"?
You know, you find another place in yourself. I've had the good fortune to work on 2 films that I'm very proud of: The Help and a film called The Long Walk Home that had to do with the Montgomery bus boycott. So I've been really aware of this, you know, since I was a little kid. So this meant a lot. But, you know, it's wonderful to be a part of films that kind of raise your level of consciousness, and this was one of them. Besides getting to work with this wonderful person and getting to know her, and all these wonderful, amazing young actresses that are just, I think we're just all astounded.
Every single one of these women is just...
And they deserve to. They deserve to. And and let's not forget, what's the little darling girl who worked with Octavia?
I know. What's the girl, the baby's name? The baby. You is kind.
May Mobley.
May Mobley.
That little that
was,
little child, and I will say that little actress, was just astonishing.
She was sweet.
Well,
and she
you-
was
But so-
twin. She was a part of
A twin.
They have to be,
Yeah, she was part of a team.
You guys, again, knocked it out of the park.
Thank
Just please
you.
keep them coming. And congratulations.
you.
And thank you as a fan of the book for
Thank
making
you.
it
That's
so
That's
thrilling to
really
hear
the best
because
compliment.
Thank
I
you.
think that was what was frightened us more than
Yes.
anything.
Yeah.